I wasn't going to do a video about the Hodinkee clock, but seeing a lot of other videos and listening to a lot of other podcasts, there seems to be a lot of confusion out there. A lot of people not understanding why other people are angry. And I think I can help explain that. Hi, welcome back to Not So Obvious Watches. I'm Pete McConville. I wasn't going to talk about the Hodinkee clock. I did do kind of a piece about that. It was a bit of fun, a bit of serious, and it's over on a blog. There'll be a link in the show notes if you're interested in that. But what I wanted to do is I've seen a few videos and listened to a few podcasts recently, and there's a lot of people who seem mystified that other people are angry about this. And they really don't seem to get it. And I just thought, I just want to do this quick video to explain why people are particularly upset with Hodinkee about this. Now, before I go on, I am not one of those people. I am possibly a little more jaded. I'm disappointed. I think it was a fairly crass thing that Hodinkee did, but on the other hand, my relationship with Hodinkee is such that that didn't surprise me that much. Therefore, I didn't really get angry about it. Having said that, I think I kind of have enough of a bleeding heart to kind of see where the people that are getting angry are coming from. And the best way of describing why they're getting angry is actually to look at the people who are defending Hodinkee, or at least saying that they don't care about what Hodinkee has done or why. And this was inspired by, I was just watching a video by the guy over on Watch Collecting Strategy. Good video. And this morning I was listening to the guys from Scottish Watches. Great podcast. But they were both sort of defending Hodinkee along the lines of saying they didn't understand why people were getting angry about a travel clock during a pandemic when Hodinkee did it, when no one has raised a fuss about the JLC Geographic Series. No one raised a fuss about an A. Zone of World Time. Why suddenly when Hodinkee does it, we all get upset, but when these other companies did it, they didn't? I don't think anyone who said that, that's a very common defense, by the way. Lots of people have said that. And I don't think any single person that has said that has actually listened to themselves and understood the implications of what they just said. Because here's the thing. Name four people that we deal with and listen to on a daily basis, whose conversations with each other we listen in on and share, from JLC. I challenge you. Do it. Give me four people from A. Zone. Give me four people from any watch company. From anyone who routinely just sells you things that you have some kind of community relationship with. There are none. Companies are very careful not to do that. They deliberately don't do that. On the other hand, James and Jack and Stevie and Cara and all the other people around Hodinkee do exactly that. They have podcasts and videos and articles and forums, and they're constantly talking about the community and come here and give us a big hug because we're all in this together. You know, we're one of you guys. And what all the people defending Hodinkee don't even seem to realize is, in their defense, they've said that's all a lie. That's all just marketing facade. Hodinkee is just another company, just another business flogging stuff. And you aren't part of their community, you are their inventory. All of that, come in, give us a hug, be part of our watch fam, is nothing more than a spiel to rope you in so that they can then sell you to advertisers. And what the Hodinkee Clock did was kind of different to a bad limited edition from another company, because it kind of began to show people just what Hodinkee's relationship to them truly is. And whereas we might get a little annoyed at Omega doing it, or Breitling doing it, or Seiko doing it, Hodinkee has always tried to be more than that. And as a result, things that a faceless, nameless company that we kind of know, that we really know, that we're very careful about saying is not really our friend, this was done to us by one of our friends. Or, like I said, it's not me, I'm talking for other people. The people that are getting really angry about it, they're feeling that this was done to them by one of their friends. Now, that could be really misguided, and many of you are going to say, well, they should never have done that. It doesn't matter. They did do it. They did think of Hodinkee that way, and it's now been made very clear to them that is not the relationship they're in. Hodinkee was not their girlfriend. Hodinkee was their call girl. They were there in a relationship because they were getting paid. And I think a lot of people are upset by that. And that is what's driving the particular anger towards Hodinkee that JLC or ALS or someone else won't have got for something that may have been just as crass. They say never go into business with family, never go into business with friends. And there's a lot of truth to that. Now, Hodinkee has tried to basically play that line. They've tried to be our friend and be in business. And this one, they just went too far. Now, will it break the friendship? No, it won't. People will get angry and then they'll all hug and we'll come back together again and we'll move on. But I'm not saying that this is some massive break in the way the world works. Most people's cognitive dissonance will kick back in again and they'll ignore it all, and 2 months later we'll be consuming Stevie and Cara in their podcasts all over again, and it'll be fine. But if you really want to understand why people are angry about this, if you want to know why the bleeding hearts are sort of coming out and getting all upset about stuff, it's that Hodinkee has tried to be more than just a company that sells us stuff. People have been willing to embrace that. And when Hodinkee, not some nameless, faceless corporation, not some, corporation that sits on high and who ultimately we know is not one of us but is one of them, when they make it clear that they are actually one of them, not one of us, some people get really upset. So that, if you're wondering why is Hodinkee copying all this stuff, that's why. Now, is it right? No. Hodinkee's just a money-making company. They're not our friends. They're not our family. We shouldn't feel that way. But people are people. They're not computers. They're not rational. They have feelings. They've been played with, and those feelings have been upset. That is why all this is happening. If you understand that, you'll understand why people are annoyed. And they probably don't need now to be told that they're idiots for thinking that. They probably even secretly know it. There is no way out of this. Let it run for a little bit. Let the feelings go for a bit. Don't think you're going to change anyone's mind. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just trying to help people understand why there's a level of anger at the moment. That's it. I've been Pete McConville. This has been Not So Obvious Watches, and I'll see you later.